the coronation ebbs further forward and we're literally now weeks away from that wonderful historical celebration, you come to London town and you wouldn't know it, let me tell you. No great flags, no great bunting or anything. What we have had recently is thousands of pounds spent on the Ramadan lights in Regent Street by the current Lord Mayor, Sadiq Khan. Interesting in itself. Also, what's interesting, which a lot of people have not picked up on in that particular news story, is they were totally funded, allegedly, by the taxpayer. We didn't ask for them, but apparently we've been told we're paying. We're not quite sure who sponsored them, but as ever, we put a call into City Hall and no one's bothered to respond. But the bigger problem over here is that a lot of people are dismayed at the lack of celebrations, particularly by the big stores, not just on Oxford Street, but the likes of Harrods, Selfridges, Harvey Nicks, all of that sort of stuff. And right here, Jermyn Street, the bastion of many English establishments. Why are they not decorating their stores in celebration of the wonderful coronation? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to have your company, and as ever, thank you so much for joining me. When you look back, at say at the last coronation or in the previous one to that in the 1930s, all the major stores had flags outside, window displays celebrating that historical event. In fact, way back in 1953, there were competitions between the stores as to who could get the most ingenious, most eye-catching window display. And it wasn't just here in London, but across the United Kingdom. So what's happened? Well, according to a very good source, Westminster Council, that's the main council that runs most of the area over here in the centre of London, are not really offering any incentive to the stores. There's no way, of course, that they want to assist in celebrating something so British as one can imagine. But the bigger picture is this. You see, we also have a brand new threatened electric car tax coming in. People are wondering how they're going to get in to London itself. Tube fares, bus fares have all gone up under this particular mayor. We've had endless strikes. And also, seemingly, while the Lord Mayor is very keen to be pictured with our British monarchy, he doesn't seem too keen to get behind what we would call independent celebrations. And when you look further and deeper into this, major stores are now rethinking whether they should actually decorate their stores in celebration of King Charles III's forthcoming coronation, naturally. But again, with no assistance from the local council here, and with the fact that people are still, reeling from the lack of business over the last 2 years during the COVID pandemic, you would have thought that this particular Lord Mayor would have done his very best to make sure that this city, London, the world's greatest city according to him, shone like a beacon around the world. Seemingly though, he's been too busy looking at his own particular interests with these particular lights on Regent Street. So perhaps all the money to celebrate a more historical event has gone on something that really he prefers. Whichever way you look at it, it's not playing out well over here in the very heart of London. I'd love to know in the comments below, if you came to London, would you like to see buildings decorated celebrating the coronation as they were in 1953? Or do you think, no, we shouldn't be wasting the money? Either way, let me know what you think, as ever, in the comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.